Now from SRV Studios, Mr. Craig Thatcher.
Tell me just how you feel. Won't you talk to me, baby? Tell me just how you feel. I gotta know right now if your love is real. If I knew it'd make you happy, I'd buy you a diamond ring. If I knew it'd make you happy, you a diamond ring, just to have your sweet love do most anything. Need your loving in the morning, in the night time too. Need your loving in the morning, in the night time too. Yeah, and all day long, just be dreaming about you. Baby, make you feel the same. What will it take, baby, make you feel the same? When you tell me that you love me, sometimes I think you play. Talk to me, baby, tell me just how you feel. Won't you talk to me, baby? Tell me just how you feel. I gotta know right now if your love is real.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the Schuylkill River Valley for Sidetrack Sunday number 1 for August 2025. Good to see everybody here. I hope everybody's well. I'm just enjoying this beautiful weekend we've been having. I hope everybody else's weather's treating them well. So let's see who's here tonight. Got a bunch of people already. Let's see. Dwight was the first one in a bunch of hours ago, and followed shortly thereafter by Lynn McCurdy from the HDMMRC. Great to see you guys. We've got Stephen from Wigwag Workshop. Good to see you, Stephen. And here's Andy. Appreciate you being here, Andy. I know you're losing sleep to be here. Thanks a lot, man. That means a lot. Actually, make me feel bad. One of these Sundays, I'm going to get up early so I can catch your live streams. Just a little early on a Sunday morning for me. Let's see. We've got Ray Bertelson. Good to see you, Ray. JJ from the Great Northern. Good to see you, JJ. Let's see who else. There's Bob from PK&W Model Works. Good to see you, Bob. Let's see, who else do we have? There's Chuck Schreiber. Glad you can make it, Chuck. And JD, Grandpa Rails. Always good to see you, JD. Hope you didn't get washed away. I heard you guys had a bunch of rain. Let's see. And there's Sparky 107. Good to see you, Sparky. Okay, let's see who else we got here. And there's JP from the Beaumont Hills subdivision. Good to see you, JP. David from DB Tech. Always good to see you, David. Tom Gersey, good to see you. And it just jumped on me and I lost where I was. Let's see. Ray Bubbles here. Good to see you, Ray. Steve 87th PSAP. Good to see you, Steve. Glad you could make it. Anthony Dodge. Good to see you, sir. And I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. And welcome to the stream. Let's see. I'm unfortunately I'm not able to pop any of the messages up on the screen tonight. The extension that I was using for that is no longer working, so I have to find a new one. But I didn't have time before the show to do that. So yeah, like Sparky said, the meet and greet is 19 days away. Anybody that's going, hope you got your arrangements made. I wish I could make it. The meet and greets are definitely worth going to. Ron Mullen, good to see you, Ron. Glad you could make it. Okay, I think we're caught up here. So let's see. I'm going to start tonight with since the last stream, I did work on the bridge decks, casting the concrete bridge for the overpass. Okay, Sparky says he still needs 6 people for the dining car. So I encourage you to sign up for that. That's going to be a great experience, and if not, Sparky's going to have a very expensive dinner. And there's Frank, Steeler Fan 820. Good to see you, Frank. Hope you're well. Haven't seen you around for a while. Okay. So I started, like I said, I poured the bridge deck. Brian from the Iron Horse route printed the date inset for me because I wanted to essentially chisel that into the side of the with the bridge. Yeah, casting call video. Well, only the start of it, Steve. And I'm really not thrilled with it, to be honest with you. This is I'm showing, the one I have here is the first one that I did, and I thought that I had just gotten a little ambitious and demolded it too soon, because the date isn't very readable. It's not horrible. Let's see if yeah. You know what? You're never going to be able to see that. It's all white. And it's just not going to show up right. Sorry. But it didn't. The date didn't come out as crisp and clean as I wanted. So that one, like I said, I think I got a little ambitious. It was about 8 hours from when I poured it to when I demolded it. But it is pretty thick. It's almost an inch thick. So, I mean, 8 hours, it should have been set, but something that thick, who knows. So, I did pour the second one, and I left that sit for 24 hours before I demolded it. And it came out not really any better. I'm hoping that when I weather it, it'll come out a little bit better than it has. But we'll see. The problem is it's just so small, and the plaster's just not setting around it very well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might end up leaving it the way it is. Hey, Rusty, good to see you, man. I may end up leaving it the way it is. Old guys pole dancing is not a draw for you, huh, JP? I have to agree with you there, man. I think if I end up just going with it and weathering it, it might not. Bob, the date isn't. It's not crisp. Dave BNSFN scale. Thank you, sir. Good to see you, man. It's just not crisp. It's a shame it's all white, because it's just not going to show up. The date is 1915, and it's the 5 that really didn't come out all that good. Edward from Happy Valley Hobbies. Good to see you, Edward. Like I said, I wanted it better than this, but I will probably end up recasting it again just to see if I can come out better. Bob, the second pour, I did thin it a little bit more. I'm going to try that. Assuming I pour it again, I'm going to try it again. Try thinning it a little bit further. We'll see. I really like the idea, but if I end up not getting it perfect, by the time I'm modeling, this bridge would have been at least 25 years old. So I can accept some wear and tear on the concrete in that amount of time. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt, good to see you. Glad you could make it, man. So that's where I stand on the bridge so far. I haven't made the mold for the sides, for the wing walls yet, because I want the bridge finished so I can make sure I can manage match the cutout for the wing walls to the actual profile of the bridge. Randall Ellison, good to see you, man. But I am going to work tonight on the roads. Now, cover it with graffiti. I could do that, Dave. I'm modeling this right around 1940, and probably wouldn't have been an awful lot of graffiti back then. Even today on that bridge, there's no graffiti. So, and if there was, it just would have been, the old chalk mark graffiti, which would have washed away anyhow. And just to put a nail in the coffin, I really don't like graffiti. I grew up when graffiti was still considered vandalism and not the art that it's considered today. So my layout will have very, very little graffiti. Yeah, Steve, I could paint it with a brass coloring, but that's really not what's there. I'm trying to get this as close to the prototypical bridge as I can, and it was chiseled in or however they did that. Yeah, Andy Kilroy. That's probably about the only graffiti that will be here is Kilroy was here. Since you did see that around, and that'll be on my layout, and also more of the chalk style of graffiti, and probably the heart with the arrow through it, and a couple kids' initials, since that was also pretty common. Mike Rail Artist, thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man. Good to see you. Let's see. So I am going to work on the road now. Excuse me. Yep, that's right, Ray. Hobo chalk markings. I do remember them, seeing them around as I was a kid. Yep, Dave, that's it to me. Like I said, it's just vandalism, and have to have sticks with it. Yes, sir, Ray. And not only that, very little of the graffiti can I even read. I just have no idea what it says, so it's kind of wasted on me anyhow. Yeah, Steve, that's what I'm hoping. A good black wash, make it stand out a little bit more. I might try to take a carving tool and kind of work in the numbers a little bit better and see what I can come up with. If not, I'll try thinning it out some more and try again. Edward, it probably, I'm not surprised if it's been around since the Roman Empire, but in the area that I grew up in, it really wasn't big. Now, I guess, but in better times, graffiti wasn't really a big thing where I lived. And you're right, Dave. Nowadays, it's rare to see a rail car that's not covered. So for anybody that has driven on Pennsylvania roads, you know that they leave quite a bit to be desired. They're full of potholes. The asphalt's usually cracking or breaking apart, and they're just they're pretty pathetic, to be honest. I know Dave from DB Tech knows what I'm talking about. John Train, BFGR, good to see you, man. Glad you can make it. And Bob from PK&W certainly has run across a few of these roads. And yeah, you're right. Modern graffiti really came out with spray paint, or came into its own with spray paint. I-83 perpetual road work. Yep. But even the back roads, they're pathetic. You can't, when you're driving, you can't just pay attention to the traffic. You also have to you definitely have to pay attention to the roads. And David, yes, Pennsylvania owes you a couple of alignments and control arms. I go through control arms at a ridiculous rate. And I do my best to avoid these. the technique I'm going to use is a product I've never used before, but I came across this on Boomer Diorama's channel. So let me put you folks on hold for a second while I get set up, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So I'm sure, yeah, I guess this will show up to some extent. Oh yeah, you can see them. Okay, good. Here's pretty much where I left off last time. I did sand it down, and Bob, no, I didn't need the thanks, Bob. I didn't need the belt sander. It actually didn't even take long, but I got it down as smooth as I want it. As you can see, there's a few spots here where I left gouges in it. And Todd Armstrong, good to see you, Todd. Glad you could make it, man. Dave, your roads in Wisconsin aren't bad, huh? That's great. We have road taxes, but we don't really have roads. So it's not that they're not influential. It's just they don't spend the money where they should be. Yes, Bob. I used the manual sanding block. I started with 80 grit just to knock down the worst of it. And went to 120, and then just touched up with a little bit of 220 grit. Didn't take long, probably about between 5 and 10 minutes, I would think. So the product that I'm using here, let's see if I can show you here real well. It's called Crackle Paste by Liquitex. Like I said, I've never used the product, but I've seen it on Boomer Diorama's channel. And what it does is, as it dries, it's similar to it's a modeling paste, but as it dries, it cracks and gives a very nice, believable crack too. Path Valley Railroad, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you around for a while. I hope you're doing well. And from what Boomer says, the thicker that you put it on, the bigger the cracks are. So, all right. So, what I'm going to be doing here is, along the edges, I want some cracking, because the roads along the side of the road are always cracking and pretty much falling apart. But the bigger cracks I'm going to put in some of these gouges. Now, it's probably not going to show up real well for just because the paste is white and the plaster is white. So, unfortunately, but at least you'll see the technique I'm using. Oh yeah, I guess it's showing up a little bit. Good. But it really doesn't crack until it dries. So, and of course you won't get a real good idea of it until I weather it, which hopefully will be next month. So I'm also going to be weathering it using Boomer's technique. I like the results he gets, and they're actually pretty simple. So it's similar to techniques I've used in the past, but I've never used the colors that he uses. So we'll see how that goes. So no heat gun allowed. No. Actually, I do have a heat gun downstairs, but so do we fast forward the video to see the cracks? Yeah, you got to fast forward the video till next month, Steve. Considering it's the first time I'm using this product, I don't really want to play with the heat gun. I'd rather it dry naturally and crack naturally. Should get a plumber. They're good at cracks. Yeah, not the kind of crack I want on my diorama though, Anthony. Not much, Mike. Rail orders, you didn't miss much. I'm just really getting started with the crackling paste. So I'm putting on a very thin coat along the edges here. It's probably, well, I don't know if it's as good as watching paint dry Dwight, but probably real similar. Not sure this will be all it's cracked up to be. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Ray. Appreciate that, man. And also from what Boomer says, if it's cracked too much, you can always sand it down, so hopefully I won't have to do that, but if I'm not happy with it, I can always go back. I could, I guess, cover the entire road, Bob, but the entire road wouldn't be completely cracked. So I'm really just going to put it in spots. Boomer, that's what Boomer does, is he puts it in spots. Now, he was doing it on top of, yeah, thanks, Ray. On top of just plywood, at least in the video that I saw. So he was also using another modeling paste where he wasn't using the crackle paste. I'm not, since I have the plaster down here, I'm not going to worry about that, since that's already pretty much the surface that I want. Isn't crack white? I don't know, Edward. I've never done any cracks. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, Bob. That's pretty much what Boomer was saying. You could sand it. You could blend the surfaces together. And really, I'm not looking for something falling apart. And this was 1940 with very few vehicles on the road, at least in this area. So it wouldn't be destroyed like it is today. And at least in theory, the workmanship was a little bit better then. But I just want it in. I see, JP. You guys have roads like we got. Okay. Or actually, it sounds like even worse. Gary Shanks, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping in. And if I missed anybody else, I apologize. I'm not really paying attention to chat, just looking up occasionally. So this side I'm going to leave some of it in better shape. Now, I do want it pretty much across the road down towards the middle of the bridge. The train tracks are going right across this, the dotted line that you can see here. So that's, that part, the rain would never really, any water that gets down there would never really dry or take, I shouldn't say it would take a while to dry, since the sun wouldn't be hitting it. So we're gonna put a little bit more there. Am I working too fast, Bob? What time is it? Oh, wow. Yes, I am. It's not even 8:30 yet. Okay, Path Valley Railroad, finishing up the reconstruction of his train room. That's cool. Oh, very cool, man. Do you have any videos up about it, Path Valley? If I remember correctly, your name's Larry. If I don't remember correctly, I apologize. But do you have any videos up about it? So now, for these gouges, I'm going to put it in a little bit thicker because it would be cracked more so around the potholes, of course. That's correct. Okay, thanks, Larry. No, but you're just doing a drywall work. All right, that's cool. That's pretty exciting, though. New train room. I'm drooling here. We were chatting earlier before the stream started, and if I remember correctly, it was JJ who was mentioning a cool video that Liz posted on making decals. I haven't seen it yet, but considering the quality of Liz's work, it's probably a good video. Anybody that's hasn't made their own decals and is interesting might want to check it out. Here, you know what? I will post the link here. All right, Ray, your last railroad was 13 by 11. That's that's a little bit bigger than mine is, which is pretty much why I hate it. Liz's decal video. So yeah, like I said, Liz does really great work. So I'm assuming that her decal work is just as good. If you haven't made your own, it's probably worth checking it out. more spots here. And the current railroad is 34 by 8. My dream railroad is a lot bigger than that, right? Don't know if I'll ever get there. Won't get there in this house, that's for sure. Unfortunately, the 9 by 11 or 9.5 by 11 that I have now is it's about all you're going to get in this house. Jessica, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Making decals is one of the best parts. Yes, sir. You know, I don't know that I have anything handy, Bob. Let me think about it. I might. All right, I think that's pretty much going to do it for the crackle paste. And yes, you're right, Bob. I should have been talking more and working less because I'm just about finished here. Well, my keyboard's sitting right next to me, Dwight. And I already had the links copied because I planned on when JJ mentioned about that. Let's see. Bob just bought a metal box to store decals, but he's still disorganized. You know what? I can get all the boxes and organizational tools as you want, but it never works. I mean, the stuff just refuses to crawl back into the spot I gave it set aside for it. Let's see, I should make a mule now to experiment on weathering this stuff. Not sure what you mean, Bob. Ken Amos, good to see you, man. Hey, yeah, I guess you're getting closer to moving in, unless you already did. Moving into your new house, I should say. For anybody that didn't know what I was talking about. So it's not, I don't know how long it takes for this stuff to crack. It's not cracking yet. Dan's Model Railroading Journey. Good to see you, Dan. Hope you're doing well. For casting the bridge, let's see. A paint mule is a kit you don't care about. So spread some of that stuff on various. Yeah, that's not a bad thought, Bob. It's actually a really good thought. It's not something I do a lot, though. Okay, not moved. Settlement August 15th. Okay, cool. Good luck with that, Ken. I'm definitely a little jealous. Not really, but let's see. All right, Mike Rail Artist will be dedicating August to his railroad. Very cool, Mike. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Bonus is the mule will take more time. Good point, Bob. Problem is, I've never been really good at the testing. I usually jump right in, and always been the kind that jumps in with both feet. So not always a good quality to have, but let's see. All right. Well, I can see it's starting to dry, because it is darkening up a bit. But it's not really, yeah, that's very true, Bob. Which may be why I don't do a lot of testing. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that, Steve. Oh, I started to say, as far as casting the bridge, I'm thinking about maybe trying some dental plaster, which is a whole lot finer than this plaster of Paris, and that might give me better results. I might pick up some of that. I know I can order that from Amazon. Might try that, because this, it's just a detail. Testing is for people that don't want to redo their own work. That's a good point, Steve. But if you're good or lucky and you get it right the first time, you don't have to redo it. Testing, you always got to redo it. Let's see, hopefully, okay, got that. All right, I think I got everybody. Yep, okay. I'm talking to myself, sorry. I do that when I'm working. I usually just don't have a microphone in front of me while I'm doing it. All right. So I can stop playing with this, I think, since I'm really not going to get it any further along. Rusty's not good or lucky. Well, my father always said it's better to be lucky than good, but that does assume that you're one of those. Well, true, Bob. If you're unlucky, you ruin the piece entirely. You have to start over from the beginning. That's always a risk. But what in life isn't a risk, man? Edward says his dioramas are mules. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. This material is new to me, but really the techniques, it's similar techniques I've used. It's just a different material. Instead of having to carve in the cracks and try to make them look natural, I'm letting the crackle paste do it. What if I weather with oils and it melts the stuff? Well, I do like weathering with oils, in the right circumstance, of course. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to follow Boomer's lead on this, and he uses Vallejo Model Air colors, 3 different colors. So I do have to order them since I don't have them. Let's see. Anthony Dodge thinks lucky and good go hand in hand. I got lucky and it was good. All right, good point. Conversely, I think anytime I was good, I was lucky. Yeah, you're right. You're right, JP. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the little divots here, and really not adding so much more as trying to knock down some of the bigger bumps, which I could always do with sandpaper later. Yes, Bob, model air is acrylics. I do like modeling with acrylics too, where that's appropriate. All depends on what I'm doing and what kind of result I'm trying to get. Edward says, it seems to him that successful people are talented that got lucky. There you go. That's one way of looking at it. I definitely learned using any of this Liquitech modeling paste to carefully clean off the top before putting the lid back on, or you won't get the lid back off. I think I'm just going to throw this away. Thomas feels lucky every day he wakes up. All right, that's. I can't say I argue with that, Thomas. Anthony says it looks like. Yeah, actually, good point, Anthony. It does. Let's see. Bob's been accused of trying to ruin his master versus a mule. Like I said, I've always the kind to jump in with both feet. I guess it's guess you could consider that over self-confidence, but it's usually worked out reasonably well for me. Usually. Actually, Anthony, I haven't baked any bread for a while. Too lazy. All right. All right, so that's about it for this coat. I'm gonna, of course, let this dry. See how the crackling works. Hopefully I didn't put this on too thin, because it's not cracking yet, but we'll see. Let's see. Bob likes a bias towards action. Keep moving forward. Damn the torpedoes. There you go, Bob. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. What's this? Is that because Amish tastes like chicken? Just finished eating an Amish chicken pot pie. Ooh. My mother's mother was, she wasn't Amish, she was Pennsylvania Dutch. And, she made some amazing chicken pot pie. Pretty much everything that lady made was amazing. I'm thinking, Bob, as far as more or less cracking under the bridge, I'm thinking there should be some, because the water would be laying there, but I don't want it too heavy. So I did put pretty much across the road here. We'll see how it works. If I have to put on another coat, I can always do that. Dave, the sides of the bridge, I'm casting them as well. You're familiar with the bridge, so you know that it has the stair-step stones on both sides, and then the concrete wall behind that. So I'm going to be casting both of them also out of plaster as one piece. I haven't finished the mold on that yet because I want to wait until the bridge deck itself is finished, so that I can get the profile cut into the bridge itself, into the sides itself. This is going to be a very heavy diorama when it's finished. Yes, David, I'm going to make a mold. I've already got it started. Like I said, I just haven't cut the profile out for the bridge yet. I'm making that out of. They're making the mold out of 2 sheets of 1/4-inch ply, which gives me an O scale about 2 feet thick. Yes, Bob, I will. It's right behind me. I will get it in just a second. And then I'll get some of the 2-part silicone mold mix and make the mold out of that. That's going to be big. They're going to be 18 inches long, so it's going to be a good size mold. Hey, Rick Strange, good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Let's see. All right, let me get the GG1, and I will be right back. Okay, here's the GG1. Like I said, this is it's all brass. This is a beautiful locomotive. It's in. Let's see. Steve says, "Can't you just make the abutments using cement like that Asian does that makes dams and bridges? He just uses forms and wire and pours cement." Maybe. Could be. I don't know. Steve, I'll have to give that some thought, to be honest with you. Let's see. Star is going to be mostly rock plaster. Yes, actually, it will be. Because on either side of the bridge is just going to be plaster cloth hillside. So here, Bob. Here's the GG1. Oh, really, Crandall? That's cool. You know what? I will clean the dust off of it, but I'm not going to weather this. I'm a strong believer in weathering all my rolling stock and my locomotives. They just don't look right to me unless they're weathered. But it's like you said, it's the nostalgia. This was Dad's, and I just couldn't push myself to mar it up in any way, even if it ended up looking better. Oh, Brando, he's got the green one too. Okay. Dad never liked the green one. He liked the Tuscan red. Although he pretty much had it backwards. The Brunswick green GG1s were, yeah, Anthony, this is a little big for HO, and a little heavy too. Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't have a scratch on it. He definitely it does start to weigh on you. But the Brunswick green ones were used for passenger service, and the Tuscan Red were used for the freight. But my father had a rake of 6 streamlined passenger cars behind this. Yeah, you're right, Steve. They don't. Lino trains don't get weather; they collect dust. You're right. Green. I thought it was the other way. I've read it was the other way around, right? Tuscan was freight and green was passenger. Okay, maybe I have it backwards and Dad was right. Boy, I would hate to. Well, I wouldn't have to admit that to him now, but I would certainly hate to. Bob, unfortunately, it will just be the locomotive. I have no idea what happened to the passenger cars, and that really breaks my heart because they were beautiful. He had a full rake of them. He had the baggage car, the Vista Dome, the observation, coaches, dining car. I mean, whatever happened to them? This was these were later the streamlined, the silver ones, Larry. Yep, the New York Central used GG1s for passenger as well. I know. Yep. Okay, Randall. I read somewhere that the Tuscan was used for freight, but who knows? And who knows how strict that was? There certainly could have been cases where they were swapped back and forth, but yeah, it kind of breaks my heart. I have no idea what he did with the passenger. In fact, I have no idea what he did with any of his rolling stock. All I have is this loco. I have a Denver and Rio Grande F unit, just the A. We did have A and B, and I had Minneapolis and St. Paul. Minneapolis and St. Paul or Minneapolis and St. Louis? Minneapolis and St. Louis, I guess. SD unit. The Quonset hut. Okay. Bob, I will. Next time I'm down there, I don't get down that far into King of Prussia all that often, but the next time I do, I will do my best to remember to grab a picture. Unfortunately, I don't have one, and I did look online, and I found Quonset huts, but not that particular one. And like I mentioned, I think last month, I'm not going to be including that on the diorama. That was my original plan, but that's when I was visualizing this more in terms of HO scale. Larry, F scale, that would be cool, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, David. There's definitely some good places to grab some lunch down there. Let's see, Steve. Oh yeah, Steve. There are definitely Quonset hut kits, and it's a simple scratch build. And it's just an arch. Just needs some corrugated material, and there you go. This had a little bump out on the side that was the kitchen, and another bump out on the end that was just the entrance. Okay, Randall said, so the green GG1s actually did haul passenger trains. There's a video of it on Green Frog Productions channel. Okay, that's cool. Well, Bob, that's up to you. I mean, if you're careful, I'm sure you won't wear out. You're welcome, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't spent that much time with you, so I haven't spent any time with you, so I really don't know. Let's see. But yeah, so those three locos are the only ones that only stuff of my dad's trains that I have, and he had like I said, the full rake of passenger cars to go with the GG1. He had the SD. I think it was a 7. Could have been a 9. I'm not sure. That pulled a logging train, so that just had 4 or 5 logging cars and a caboose to go with it. Ron from Southwest Railroad, good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Let's see. Right. Pennsylvania Railroad freight locomotives were generally painted dark green. Yeah, the Brunswick green. Okay. Okay, so it seems like there wasn't all that much consistency, right? Bob, the show in King of Prussia is actually in Oaks, which is just a few miles northwest, I guess, of King of Prussia, right up Route 422. Let's see, Danville, Virginia. It's a little far from me. Yeah, the Greenberg Show in Oaks. I've been to it. It's not one I usually go to. I've never been all that impressed with the selection or the pricing, and the place is just jammed. At least every time that I've been there. So I don't know. Maybe Dave's had a better experience, but oh, Ron, you were there. You were where in Oaks? I didn't realize they even had a show last week. Like I said, I don't usually go to that one. It's a shame because it's about the biggest that's really close to me. Not that it's. I mean, that's a half hour away, I guess. Let's thanks, Bob, but be careful what you ask for, man. Yeah, I'm sure they do charge the sellers a lot, and I mean that kind of defeats the idea of a train show, at least for a cheap SOB like me. If I'm going to a train show, I want a deal, and the every time I've been there, the place is just so jammed. It's tough to walk around. It's tough to actually find anything. Right, Ron, exactly. The selection just really isn't that good, at least for anything that I've been interested in. So I've been there several times, but I haven't been there for a lot. Yeah, in fact, there was only a couple layouts, and nothing real impressive, Steve. At least the last time I was there. You're guaranteed to see a cool diner no matter what else transpires. Well, actually, not even sure if it's still a diner, Bob. I mean, the Quonset hut itself is still there. But I haven't eaten there in 25 years at least. So Ray stopped going to Greenberg shows too. They stunk the past couple he went to at the fairgrounds. Yeah, it's a shame. They're big shows, but I just don't find it worth it. David, the Kutztown show is in Greensburg, is it? I don't think so. Google Earth is not very encouraging about the diner. Yes, Ron. I haven't. I don't know if they still have them in Fort Washington, but I used to like the Fort Washington shows. I would go to them all the time. And that's not really all that far from me either. Maybe half hour. So, but I don't think they've had them there for a few years, have they? I mean, if I'm missing them, I'd love to find out because I would go back again. Just pack a lunch from Wawa, Bob. It'll be just like the diner. Actually, Steve, that diner was back in the day. Anyhow, it was good. The food was really good. The Kutztown show is running. Okay, running your firm. Okay, yeah, that's right. Larry, I'm not sure, man. Oh, they tore down the Expo Center in Fort. I didn't know that. Wow. Oh, you're working for Washington. Okay, many years ago I did. Well, actually, when I was in college, I did. So, yeah, just a couple years. But yeah, I didn't know they tore the Expo Center down. Huh, that's a shame. And Ron says about 15 years. Okay. Yeah, it's probably been maybe even a little bit longer than that since I went there. But they were good shows. They were good shows. All right, so next month, hopefully I will be staining the bridge, adding some coloring and weathering to the road, I mean. Was it an NMRA show in camper? Well, I didn't know they were having one there. Do we have cracks now? I don't think so. Let me see. Oh, no, Edward, no cracks yet. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. So yeah, next month, hopefully there'll be some cracks on here, and I'll be adding some color to the road, and maybe even make some more progress on the bridge. So until then, I think I say that, Bob. I did manage to fill up the time with talk. Andy, good to see you, man. Thanks again for missing out on some sleep. And I appreciate everybody who hung out tonight. And we'll see you next month. Next week, who is next week? I think next week is David. Yep, David is next week. And he's got something technical brewing. All right, cool. That's very good. JJ, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you. And I hope you all have a great week. Take care.